I'm addressing the concept of the shadow. According to African beliefs and modern psychology, our ancestors believed that the shadow played a significant role in a person's health and well-being. And through the shadow, one could tell a person's health, depending on how the shadow was, whether it was dim, how bright it was. A person's health could be determined. Likewise, there were healers who could manipulate the shadow to bring maybe health or to cause harm. So African beliefs thought of the shadow as an extension of a person's spiritual essence. So like the shadow was like your twin double. So rituals were conducted using objects such as mirrors or in water or in the river, based on this very fact that the shadow was very important. And also plants, herbs were collected at certain times of the day, mostly at dawn and at dusk, when the shadow was in a certain way, probably when the shadow was most strongest. And the aspect of the shadow played a key role in African rituals and African beliefs. It is believed that the shadow could be manipulated to bring harm to a person. And so practices were conducted by healers to cleanse, to protect, because in some communities, shadows could actually even be stolen. And these are actually spiritual essences. Modern psychology defines the shadow as the aspect of ourselves that we deny, that we reject because of self-image or ideal image that is placed upon us by community, by society. And so you deny that aspect of yourself, and it goes and resides within you, within your subconscious, in a place as our unresolved conflict. This is something which is carried forward and can affect us even during our adult life. So African traditions placed an importance on the shadow self, and modern psychology has also come to validate the fact that the shadow self is important. Just like in African tradition, harm could be caused to a person when something was done to their shadow. Similarly, you realize that if you want to hurt a person really bad, the worst place to stab them is in their egos. Then they become self-defensive, they start projecting these negative traits of themselves on others. So this is what is defined as the shadow in modern psychology, that which stays hidden within us because we have rejected it. Otherwise, the best practice is to integrate, because really misery comes from trying to run away from our shadows. Physically, if you tried it, it's not possible, and you keep on running and running. And even when light is not there, for example, when you're in the dark, you might assume that your shadow does not exist, but it is with you. It is like your twin. Every time you go, everywhere you go, actually, I think your shadow follows you. So the main thing is to integrate your shadow. How do you integrate it? How do you integrate it so that you don't try to run away from it, and you try to use it as a friend and not as a foe? So read my book, Dreams and Shadows. I think we have practical and very realistic techniques on how to do this. Otherwise, cheers and take care of yourself.